Welcome back, AHS. I'm Adrian Carroll, TSA President.
And I'm Ryan Roberts, TSA Vice President.
And this is
The REZ.
Last Friday was the TSA Regional Exhibition in Waco.
It sure was, but what's TSA, you ask?
Well, it's not the airport security. No, we're talking about the Technology Student Association.
But we want to know what you think it stands for.
Right, so, Lexi, didn't you ask this week's AWOCing question?
I sure did. TSA, what do you think it stands for? Let's find out in this week's AWOCing.
Technology Student Association.
Totalitarian students analyze.
Tubes in space after.
Technology Student Association.
Technical Service Advisors.
Technology Student Association.
Texas Stockpiles ARs.
Teacher Student Association.
Tech School Association.
Technology Students Association.
I think it stands for Technology Students Association.
The school is awesome.
Turtles, sass, and what's the last word? Apples.
Those are some great answers, you guys.
That was uninformative.
Well, to give you a little more insight about what goes on at the competition, here's a few highlights of what happened.
So how do you think you did in TSA this year?
I think I did pretty good. I had a lot of good projects. I submitted desktop wallpaper, music videos, pretty much what I work on every day upstairs. I think this year I've done the best work I ever have, so I'll continue to grow and we'll see where it takes me next year.
How do you think you did in TSA this year?
I think I did pretty well.
How many projects did you submit?
I was going to submit 24, but complications came up, so I only submitted 14.
What did you think about TSA this year, Mr. Neary?
Well, we haven't gotten the results back yet, but I think it went well. We are finishing up a bit early, which is good because we have some other activities that we need to get people back to, and I think everybody had a lot of fun from what I saw when I wasn't judging. So I guess the real question is, how do you think TSA went this year? Because it was your first time.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I don't like pizza, but that's okay.
Did you have fun?
Sure. It was
What was
great.
your favorite part?
I don't know.
You haven't gotten
The bus
results back
ride.
yet. She's brand new, but I can tell you when you do TSA, your favorite part is winning. And so when you get your project back and you saw that, hey, I'm going to state, that's your favorite part.
Oh man, that was some good stuff right there.
Sign me right up.
Hey, I got something you can sign up for.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's called the Western Frontier.
Oh boy, now we're talking. I got it from here. Ryan, how fast have our Indians been going this week?
Let's find out on this week's REZ Sports.
He may be the greatest athlete of all time. There is mustard on the lettuce.
Last Thursday at the regional powerlifting meet, Bella Weatherby got first in the 123 weight class, and Tara Moreno got first in the 105 weight class. She also broke the regional record for squat. They're both advancing to state. Diana Feria got 6th and Wendy Flores got 10th. They placed 3rd overall. They played in the Ferris softball tournament last weekend. They went 5-1 and sadly lost to Dallas Christian 1-0 in the final round. Last Thursday at our Geld Pruitt Indian Relays, JV and varsity girls and boys all got first place overall. Last Tuesday, girls soccer had a game against Kennedale. Here are those highlights. They have a game today at Midlothian Heritage. Be sure to come out and support. Boys soccer had a game. That's all for this week's sports. Back to you guys. That was too much speed for me to handle.
Same here.
Alright, so remember that event I talked about at the beginning of the episode?
A-walking?
No, video on demand.
Yeah, that too.
Alvarado swept the category for video on demand, taking all first, second, and third places.
So today we present you with the first, second, and third place video on demand winners for this week's
Shenanigans.
Are you kidding me? I have a knot in my hair.
You're worthless! You mean nothing to me!
Hello there. Do you ever have issues with things getting caught in your hair? Like this gentleman, I have a knot in my hair. Well then I have the solution for you.
Untangling clip. Place both straws in the tangled area. Move them. Start rubbing your hair with the petting Fuzzball Deluxe.
Now don't you look like a champ? And this wonderful solution can be yours for the small price of 50 payments of $29.95. Let's go.
Why did I procrastinate? Hey, I have knots in my hair because of this. This was me at my TSA competition about a week ago. I was not prepared and I procrastinated. Don't be like this, me. Do your work in the allotted time before the last day. This has been a public service announcement about procrastination.
It's so great that we could put together such great videos with such limited time and resources.
You're right. And at the state level, videos are even better.
That's right. Now, for a little more detail into what TSA is, we check the time.
Hey, what time is it?
Indian interview time.
They were singing, my, it's Indian interview time, where we interview some Indians and have a good time. So sit back and watch this interview time, 'cause it's Indian interview time. Indian interview time.
Hello and welcome to Indian Interview Time. My name is Mr. Neary. I'm here with George the Mac McAllister. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, all right. Today we are talking about TSA. Now, Mr. Mac, what does TSA stand for?
Technology Students Association.
Technology Student Association.
Not Transportation Safety Administration.
And sometimes I've heard that some people have gotten in trouble at the airport for wearing their TSA shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that. When we went to a national contest one time, we had our TSA shirts on and not even thinking about it. And they thought we were being funny.
Yeah.
And we're like, we didn't even realize till the last minute.
So just to be clear, Technology Student Association. For those that don't know what that is, briefly tell us, what is TSA?
TSA is started out probably old industrial arts. Industrial arts was the basically use of power tools, hand tools, and everything, and it's evolved. Drafting was a hand function. Now it's a computerized function, and then with all the other graphic arts, it was all pencil and paper and stuff, and now it's all computerized. So that's where kind of Mr. Neary does the clean part, which is the computerized part, and all the video and the animation, digital, whatever. And I do the dirty part, which is the shop, but I do also do architecture and graphics in my shop.
So to kind of elaborate, TSA, some of the competitions involved, I know you do the CO2 cars, you do bridge building.
Yes.
There's a lot of metalwork and woodwork categories within that. TSA also encompasses the videos, pictures, a lot of what we do, as well as desktop publishing. A lot of your Microsoft Office, Excel, things like that, your business categories, there are categories for that as well. So if any of you are interested in doing TSA, do see Mac or I, and we have a list of the categories that you can compete in. So elaborating on that, if somebody wanted to come in and do TSA, could anybody do it? What do you have to do TSA?
Anybody can. The one thing we do request is that you come and you pay your dues so that we know that you're a member, because after February the 1st, we cannot submit you as a member, and it's tough luck. But if you approach Mr. Neary or myself, we should be able to get you signed up and be a full-fledged TSA member.
Yeah, so do come. We have a list of categories that you can compete in. And a great thing, like this year, we had a student who competed in the most categories. And for regional competition, there was a $500 scholarship, and that student got a $500 scholarship, Cameron Oulier, for bringing the most entries. So there's a lot of opportunities with that. Now, we do have regional, state, and then national. Tell us a bit about the 3 levels of competition for that.
Regionals, we usually hold it at TSTC. We're part of the Heart of Texas program. Now, once you qualify there, you go on to state. Now, we do have a division in there that, and this gets semi-confusing, and you really have to pay attention to the rule book. There are events that go to nationals, and there are events that don't go to nationals. And somebody said, well, why wouldn't you do events that go to nationals? Well, for instance, shop projects, you have to think about it this way. If you're having a national contest, you can't ship a doghouse or a shop table to Washington, D.C. or Denver, wherever we have the national contest. So pretty much, if you can pack it in an airplane on a suitcase, that's the contest that's going to go to nationals.
Now, speaking of nationals, I know we've been to several states in the summer competing at nationals. To give everybody an idea, we've been to Florida, we've been to Washington, D.C. Last year, it was here in Texas,
right,
and over in Grapevine. And this coming national competition, if we qualify, it's going to be in Tennessee. Yeah, Nashville. So there is opportunity for students to come participate, and if they do well enough and they're doing a national event, they could even go to a national competition. And I think it is pretty fun for the kids. They get to go, they get to compete with other people in the region and the state, some of them even nationally, and see how their work compares, meet some people. Great experience. In closing, I want you to make a quick pitch to the camera here for those that, they might be on the verge. Why should they do TSA? Let AHS know.
Reason we should do TSA. Well, I would say that in all aspects, we're all nerds of some kind, whether you're a computer nerd, wood nerd, animal nerd, whatever. Pick whatever you're going to do and do it well, and just revel in the fact of what you're good in, okay, and show it off, show off Alvarado.
And do be proud, guys, that Alvarado does support you in these endeavors, from the teachers and the faculty and your fellow students. We want to go and support you in these passions that you have, and to go and compete at these levels that we're able to compete in. That concludes Indian Interview Time. Thank you so much, Mac, for being on here with us.
No problem.
And guys, have a great day.
How insightful.
I'm red with knowledge.
Did you say red?
Boy, don't do it.
Have you read any good books lately?
Let me answer this.
Well, let's wig out for reading.
Hi, my name's Francis. Today I'll be talking about Damned by Chuck. He has a last name, I do not know how to pronounce it. And basically this book is about a young woman who meets an untimely death, and she ends up going to hell. And the premise of the book is her trying to find Satan and basically just kind of like talk to him and see why she's there, because in her mind she's not supposed to be. And she meets an unlikely group of friends. You have your stereotypes pretty much. You have a jock, you have a cheerleader, the nerd, the goth kid, and then there's her. And there's a few twists on the perception of hell in this book. In the book, there's no fire or anything. It's basically like vast oceans and seas of very disgusting things. Like there's an ocean of toenails, an ocean of like boogers, vomit, blood, used Q-tips, stuff like that. And on their kind of like quest to go find Satan in hell, they meet a bunch of There's mythical people, there's real people that are already dead. I think they mentioned Elvis Presley, I believe, at one point. And eventually they meet a giant demon woman who they bargain with, and she carries them pretty much the majority of the way to, I guess, where the headquarters, you could call it. And in this perception, they have a bunch of telemarketers, are basically all from hell in this book. And the girl ends up becoming a very good telemarketer. She recruits a lot of people to hell. And the twist at the end of the book is that she does end up finding Satan and meets him. And then you kind of get this a little bit of confusion, because the big question at the end is basically Satan tells her that he created her, like her existence, in order to recruit people to come to hell. And she kind of was like, no, I'm my own person. And so at the end of the book, you kind of live with this like existential question: did Satan create her, or is she her own person? And has anything in her life been planned out, or stuff like that. So I highly recommend this book because it is a good read. There's twists and turns, and you will be shocked, and it is so good.
I'm dying too slowly.
Well, I have something that might lift your spirits.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Technology is changing our lives for the better. So for a more in-depth look, here's Masterpiece Theatre.
And now it's time for Boyette's Banterous Broadcast, where Boyette talks about his time with technology. And now here is Boyette.
Morning HS, I'm Mr. Boyette with Technology, and I'm here to talk to you today about TSA, or the Technology Student Association. Every year, Mr. Neary asks me to judge the TSA video competition. And I always say yes, because usually there's over 100 entries, and I'm telling you 3/4 of them are absolutely fantastic. Video on demand is my favorite part of judging the TSA video competition. Video on demand is where students work for 3 hours to create a 30-second video. And in 30 seconds, they're able to get across a message and create something absolutely amazing that will blow you away every time. So if this seems like something that would interest you, then you should definitely contact Mr. Neary and get involved. Hey HS, this is Rob Boyette saying stay googly.
This has been Boyette's Banterous Broadcast. Now get out of here, dudes and dudettes, and go get some technology.
It's so good to be able to have such meaningful words spoken to us on such a weekly basis.
And for some more meaningful words, here's our word from our sponsor, Johnson County Pipe.
Johnson County Pipe Supply is a family-owned and operated manufacturing company providing local jobs for over a decade. Our industry-leading position in the ever-growing construction industry is also seeking self-motivated, hard-working individuals with integrity. No experience necessary, just a willing attitude, and bilingual is a plus. So if you're looking to work in a year-round manufacturing, safe, friendly environment with competitive pay and full-time benefits, look no further than down the pipeline, just off 67 on County Road 209.
Tell him you saw this ad on the REZ.
An independent company of the Thompson Pipe Group. Must be 18 to apply, must apply in person.
And now a word from our other sponsor, Tribal Tees.
For all your shirts,
hoodies,
senior pictures,
and graphic design needs, see Tribal Tees.
Come join the tribe. This episode is a special occasion, so here's a word from our new sponsor, Special Occasions.
Special Occasions, your ultimate fashion, beauty, and health boutique, is here to meet all your formal event needs. From custom and brand name dresses, makeup and hair, jewelry, shoes, and other accessories. Come to Special Occasions to shop or schedule a personal consultation. Located in Arlington, 10 minutes from Parks Mall. Follow us on Instagram, Texas Special_Occasions, to win weekly prizes and view upcoming events. March 12th, Custom Design Shop. Special Occasions, your ultimate fashion, beauty, and health boutique.
And now it's time for this week's general announcements.
Here's a quick word about graduation.
Seniors, you need to order your cap and gown. If you do not order them soon, they will run out and you will not be able to walk across the stage at graduation. You can contact Jostens at www.jostens.com/contact or call the number 1-800-567-8367. Make sure you speak to them about ordering your cap and gown ASAP.
Don't forget to congratulate your Alvarado Golden Warrior Color Guard on their competition, which also happened this past Friday, and their big win Saturday in Saginaw.
Spring break starts tomorrow, so don't forget to have fun.
That's all for this week, AHS, and until next time, I'm Adrian Carroll.
And I'm Ryan Roberts, and this is The
REZ. Not the people at the airport, no. It's worth to stop.
It's worth to stop.
you go to a four shot?
Good. Why didn't you do this before, Abe?
Hey,
because you were making sounds.
You stupid little chicken nug. Okay.
That was too much food for me.
Can I go now?
Do we have any railroad spikes? That was a two-shot, right?
Alright.
I lose a little bit of my life every time you dance.
Doy.
It's the pinky?
It's the pinky.
It's so good to have the Spoken Words Basis Weekly Spoken.
Words. Here's our word from our sponsor, Johnson County. Hi.
Do we need to do that again?
Yes.
No, we don't.
Leave it.
Wait, did you break the V?
Johnson County. Pipe.
Did you break the V or you just said it stupid?
I said it stupidly.
Okay, that's good.
County.
We'll make it like Johnson County Pipe.
I'm here to talk to you about the blah 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 blah. Mr. Neary asked me, and that's me that I should probably have done that, huh? Hello? Sure. It is a competition where I don't know.
I hope it does. Lines it
We're
up.
going to pump you up.
Pump you up. Or if you want to talk to
For
your
this whole
camera,
interview, I just uncomfortably stare at you like this.
you can do that. That'd be fine.
With all the other graphic arts, it was all pencil and paper and stuff, and now it's all computerized. So that's where kind of